Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sorry about the music. It was a one-track play, and then it didn't continue, and I was supposed to continue with playlist. So I messed up for the first time in a long time with the music there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Can I get the likes all the way up to the watches? Can we get pumped up? Can we get boomed up to the upside? Shout out to each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time on this earth, baby. Thank you so much for coming here. We're going to break it down. We're going to educate you. We're going to get you empowered mentally, spiritually, financially. You'll be free in all facets of life and physically. I feel great. I'm starting a new workout, which is intense, and it pumps my arms up insanely, and I got the pump this morning. Shout out to everybody that got a good pump in the game. Appreciate each and every one of you. I've been up since 5 a.m. banging on them. Already called this short for Bitcoin for my trading group. If anyone took it, bang, bang, bang. Well, let's go talk about Casper, which we hit for some gains. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to also show you how we nailed a short to the upside called AAVE Infinity. They shorted it, and the chart said, hey, show me the charts, and I'll show you the news. We're going to show you the insane moves today in DXY2, which is insanity. The ups and downs of the market are coming at us fast. We must prepare for the halving in 2024. I told you, it took me 5-6 years to get good at crypto, I don't even want to say get good, to figure out crypto, to learn the ways of the charts, to understand the language of the charts. And you have less than 2 years. The halving comes in May of 2024. Are you ready? I don't think so. It's time to get educated. It's time to get going. It's time to keep it moving. Shout out to everybody here on a fantastic Freaky Friday fun, baby. Feel good to be alive. Feel good to be here. The markets go up and down. Your life is here. You have a beautiful life. Stay in the present. Don't worry about the trades you ruined. Don't worry about what could happen in the future with DXY, and don't live in fear. Those are fake emotions acting real. Let me say that again. Do not live in fear. Fake emotions acting real. When we learn to live in love, we love our life. When we love our life, we live in the present moment. When we live in the present moment, we take action every single moment in time, and we get it done. And when you live in fear, oh, it may not happen to me, so I'm not going to do it, and you get nothing done. Fear is paralyzation. Fake emotions acting real. Take fear, take worry, throw it out into the garbage. It'll do nothing for you. Let's take a big sip of this lemon water. Let's get hydrated. Let's get going. Let's get motivated. Shout out to all the crypto lifers in the world, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you. We're going to show people what we represent. We're going to show people what we do here. We're going to punch that algorithm in the face. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in, man. I'm full of hype. I'm full of energy. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you can find out when I post my next video. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. If you dedicate yourself to something, it'll change your life. If you push all things aside and go all the way, but you must go all the way. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. We're going to take a look at AAVE and a little bit of a flag here on the 4-hour time frame. I believe if this can stay above this insanely strong support zone that AAVE has formed right around here, even though the bears tried to bring us down, look, resistance, bouncing off support here for AAVE at about 76 cents, $78, sorry. We're bouncing now. I've been a long-term holder of AAVE since $20. This thing is a beautiful project. I did take some, profits along the way when it went up, but I do like this project. I don't know if it's going to do the same thing it did before. There's a lot more competitive, and the game is going to change. We're going to be looking at WASM. We're going to be looking at all different types of coins in the game. So, and the 100Xs, the 1000Xs, some of them aren't even out yet. We're going to find out there may be a new wave. But if you've been in my trading group, we caught the metaverse wave, right? Bang, we nailed it. We caught DeFi wave, nailed it. We caught all the waves before they really started. We were there. I caught the Bitcoin wave. I was putting Bitcoin out at 6,700. I was talking about Atom at $3. We were talking about Link at $1.78 on my channel when there was like 50 people watching me on the live stream. That would go to $50. So insane things have happened on this live. I was talking about EGLD at $20. It would go to $540 in a run-up a hollow ride. Hollow ride, baby, hollow ride. So AAVE on my radar in this flag to the upside on the 4-hour time frame. Something to look at, something to watch. We'll take a look at the DXY in the insanity that took place this morning. Bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder. So yes, you could see that it could have happened. We were talking about rejection here. Rejection last night. I said we can't get above the zone. We dumped. Everything looked beautiful. It really did. There was a divergence here, though. Look, a bullish divergence did occur right at the zone, and that's kind of, I was like, dang, right? See that? Swing down and swing down, swing up on the RSI. You got to heed divergences, all right? And then we would break out, and sadly, we would get above the resistance at 112.98 back into 113 area, and then we would blast to this insane area all the way to what? 113.93, 95. Come on, that's absolute insanity. coming back down. And what I don't like now is it's retesting this diagonal support line. So if we take away the moving averages for a second and we clear away the vision, you can see it's retesting this diagonal support line. Resistance, resistance, bounce, bounce. And it did bounce from that area, and you're oversold on the 15-minute. And you're getting oversold on the 1 hour time frame as well, which is kind of whack. It's like they forced it above a resistance zone through the algorithmic in an algorithmic way. If the dollar doesn't get back below 192, we're in some trouble here. 192.93, we're in some trouble. I mean, we got to get back inside this pattern and continue the dump that I was oh so loving. You know? I'm going to do something that I normally don't do. I'm going to freestyle on the dollar here for a second. So we're going to look at it on like the 4-day chart. We're going to delete all my work, and we're just going to look at just price action for a split second. All right? I mean, parabolic run to the upside. Look at that. I mean, it's insanity. Nothing we've ever, it's like never done anything like this. It's pure manipulation by the Fed. And you can see what it does to the math of the economy. And it's sick. It's not a good look is what's going on here. You can't make one asset the best asset in the world just because you want it to be. You know what I mean? And it's pretty strange. And anyway, shout out to the super chat. Can we look at labs from Biomech KB for the $10 super chat? Biomech KB, thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you and yours. You're the man. May God bless you and yours. Thank you for coming here. Not only did he probably hit the like button, subscribe, join the channel, but he also sends $9.99 to the man. Thank you so much, brother. We're gonna look at labs that is not now on the radar. And look, as we may not do your super chat immediately. Sometimes I do, sometimes we don't. It depends. But if we don't, right here, look, one of my moderators, CSC Ireland, puts super chat labs and has you ready to go, nice and neat, organized, ready to go. All right. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to everybody in the crew. Shout out to Crypto 1337 Lemon Water. God bless. God bless you for the $2 super chat. You're the man, dude. May God bless you and yours. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 179 likes. Amazing. 396 people on the live on a Friday, baby. Getting it in. I'm telling you, when the herd starts to thin, that's when the prices are the best. So remember those words. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Right? But can I be a life coach? You know what I mean? Can I coach you on life? Right? Is there a license on life coaching? There may be. You never know. Like, are you sane? You know, but I mean, rising wedges break to the downside. You're at an extreme resistance. You're overbought on all the big time frames. You have bearish divergence like I've never seen. Like, look, you have bearish divergence here, and it's ugly. It's like the ugliest bearish divergence I've ever seen. Swing up to swing up. Sharp swing to the downside. When you have bearish divergence on the 4-day chart, you're in trouble. You're in serious trouble. Look at the last time we had bearish divergence on the 4-day chart. Swing up to swing up. Swing down here, right? Do we have it on a mass scale here? We really didn't. Not like we're having here, right? So the dollar index showing signs of extreme bearish divvy on the 4-day chart. Blech. Like, that's gross. Like, stop. You know what I mean? Like, just stop. Like, I'm a math guy, and it's like 2 + 2 doesn't equal 5 every other day, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get back to brass tacks here. So here's the deal, though. If the dollar gets back above 114, it can make its way to the next resistance at 123. And we just have to look at it that way. It is what it is. That's a trader's diary, okay? That's how you read a trader's diary. That's life in a nutshell. And here we go today. You know, did you wash your belly button today? Did you? Follow me on Twitter, 8,567. On our way to 10,000 followers, and we're moving. How much do... You know, because I actually don't mind bear markets when I think about it. More time with the family. You know what I mean? Like, when the bull market's coming on, it's going to be out of control. It's going to be like, you know, how much do you like bear markets? What is your favorite thing to do? And that could be accumulated coin. It could be meditate. It could be learn technical analysis. You know what I mean? Mine is just, you know, using macro indicators to find the bottom. Like, I find that really fun. Yeah, that's too much. So what is your favorite thing to do? Let me know. How much do you like bear markets? What is your favorite thing to do? I want to know. I want to know. Take me to the river. I want to know. So, bearish divergence, 4-day chart, overbought on the time frames over here. But look, I mean, even the Stokes tell you that there's room for upside. And you could almost say that this is making a flag. See? And to me, that is a bullish sign. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm saying these horrible words. Let me delete these lines now. Oh my gosh, that's like somewhat bullish, right? And the dollar index would go to 120, which is horrible. This is craziness. This is absolute absurdity. And it's sad, right? Man. So we got to watch this. That will take Bitcoin back to 17K, maybe even lower. That would be a stringent move. Tightness. Now, 68%, you dump to the downside here. Let's go to the smaller time frame. Let's go to the daily. Daily says you got room to move. And that's a higher low. As clear as day. We attempted to make the M pattern. And we want this M to dump. But they're holding on for dear life on this dollar index, you know. The 4-hour is our saving grace. Like, can you roll over 4-hour and crush that daily? Which I've seen happen. Roll over, baby. And this is a bit of an ascending triangle, which is a 50-50 shot. And you're pushing down right now on the 1-hour time frame, but it suggests that you just kind of go sideways again. So I don't see a big move for Bitcoin today because this looks like the dollar index will just do this. And if it even comes up a little bit, that's Bitcoin dropping like a couple $100. So I see a flat Bitcoin today based on the dollar index. We're going to break it down in a second. But you're like, why is he not going over Bitcoin? Because you don't really, the correlated asset, it's like a seesaw. Like if this is just, you know, like Bitcoin probably looks like this, right? See how they're exactly the same? Do you see that? Look, I'll prove it to you. I just inverted the dollar chart, right? And then what I'm going to do is take a bar pattern of it. Watch what I'm doing here. Check this out. All you fruity cakes on Twitter. Check what I'm doing out here. And all you people there on TikTok. Look at this. This is nuts what I'm doing over here. For TikTok, I can move myself to the middle for you, buddy. And this might help you out. We could do this sometimes. Check it out. So check it out, everybody. This is the dollar index. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm learning, you know, some days if you want to track Bitcoin, you can just track the dollar index. And you're like, well, what do you mean? Well, Bitcoin will probably do the exact opposite, you know. So if this pumps to the upside, the dollar index is going to be in a descending triangle that pumps to the bottom of the triangle, okay? And you'd be like, no. And I think, well, so what you do is you flip the dollar index upside down. You go to the bars pattern. You grab it. You snatch that bars pattern there, all right? And I've never done this before, so this is an experiment. Let's see how it plays out. Then you paste this on, and you flip it, right? And I mean, let's see, which one was it? Yeah, there it is, there. And I mean, and this is your pattern here. You see it? Pretty spot on. I mean, we can shrink it down, you know. Let me see here too. We'll go back and forth. This loop should be that Bitcoin loop there. Maybe I got to shrink down. Let me see. Yeah, I'll shrink it down. Yeah, see? And so as the dollar started to pump, that was Bitcoin dumping. You see this? They're not going to match exact, obviously. I'm trying my best. But they're going to be pretty dang close. There you go. See that? Anyway. So, pretty much a cool experiment and something to think about. Tracking the dollar against Bitcoin, all right? Now we're going to get into Bitcoin, and I get it, right? Enough of the shenanigans. But I just want you to understand these concepts, right? And this is why we go over them, the dollar index every single day, right? So we see the dollar index getting tight and sideways, and then we're going to watch to see if the 4-hour can break out of this pattern to the downside. We're going to look for a bearish retest. If we don't get a bearish retest, this is likely to pop. And so why are we doing this? Because I like to trade, and I like to make money either way, short or long. If this ends up not doing the right thing, okay, and getting above this and retesting, then we're going to have to play 3S tokens and make some money. If this decides to dump here, we're going to have to play 3L tokens and make some money. So either way, we're going to be able to make some money regardless. And how are we going to do that? Through a beautiful place called MEXC Global, all right? And through KuCoin. MEXC Global, however, has more ETFs, and I really like what they're doing here. I like their team. I like their affiliations. 3X, 4X, 5X ETFs, electronically traded funds, do not get liquidated. Trade with no liquidation. Risk, enjoy compound interest. Interesting enough too, right? So this is pretty cool. And I really like these ETFs. They're pretty awesome. So you can trade ETFs on MEXC Global. I do have a link going right now. And right now we also have something going for MEXC Global, which is pretty cool. They've reached out to me. I thought they were a cool exchange. We had a nice meeting and things worked out. And I think they're the new kid on the block that's going to really take over soon and really start moving. So I like to be associated with the new guys. You know what I mean? And so MEXC Global has done a cool campaign for me. Super nice. And right here is in 26 days. So if you deposit $2,000, if you deposit $500, right, and you spot trade $2,000, or you future trade up to $10,000, right, you'll get $25 airdropped immediately, and you'll get 10% back on all your fees rebated to you, which is awesome. And then one lucky person will be given $1,000. And then 5 lucky people will be able to get $200 on the campaign. And all we need is 50 participants to do it, and 5 lucky people will get $200. And if 100 people, we'll give away the $1,000. So just 50 participants activated, and 5 people will receive a $200 campaign. So it's pretty cool. That would be like $200 at USDT vouchers to trade. So pretty awesome. And all you need is 50 people to do that. So I'm pretty sure we can get there with 800 paying subscribers in a trading group and with 36,000 subscribers in the world. And it helps me out with everything I've done in my life. So, hey, hook me up, MEXC Global. And I'm not pushing futures Bybit links on you. And I'm not getting paid tons and tons of dollars to have you get shysted and shorted. You know, I just want you to understand this is the exchange I'm using. So if you want to trade where I trade MEXC Global, I trade KuCoin. At the present moment, those are my main 2 exchanges. I may get into FEMEX so I can trade oil and some other things. I'm going to start looking into that because I would like to have some, as the world markets change, I would like to have some access to some other varieties of assets. And I think you could trade oil on FEMEX and some other places too. So I want to find some places where I could trade oil. I'd be looking into trade oil in the next couple months, back and forth, you know. I'm sure I could find an oil ETF that does similar things to these. And that's what we're looking at. Let's get back into the Bitcoin update for the day. If you're in the trading group this morning, right off the bat, as I was starting my day, I saw a head, shoulder, and a shoulder, and I took the measured move. Measured move would be the knuck 9 to the head here. I swung it to the shoulder and suggested that Bitcoin would drop to 18,574. It would drop to 18,552, 652, right? So that made me off by about almost $100, about $70, right? So, but pretty much spot on the call, right? And we did get the short. However, that was the dollar index getting a massive pump to the upside. So that was this dollar index just getting a massive pump here. So dollar index pumps in the morning. Everyone's like, what's going on? Why is this happening? Right? We break through this resistance point, yada, 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 right? Next thing you know, the dollar index starts giving it all back and dumping to the downside. And Bitcoin takes that right back to the upside. And I was like, wow, it's going to be a crazy day of volatility, right? When I look at it, we're still in a falling wedge here, and we've hit resistance, resistance, resistance. Let me square away the chart, take away the moving averages, get away from the head and shoulders. We don't need that anymore. I called that this morning. If you're in my trading group, you won't find someone that works harder for your $3 a day than me. You give me $3 a day, I give you my life, my soul, and everything I have in it. I'm telling you right now. So I'm up at 7 in the morning, and I don't want to see all my stuff that I posted already. But look, 5:40 a.m., Bitcoin. That is a head and shoulder pattern. I seen it, right? I'm in my phone. I wake up looking at my phone. I'm like, all right, now I start my computer. I get it in, right? I start looking at stuff. You then get a video Bitcoin update at 7:17 in the morning once I've assessed the market for about an hour, right? I go over the DXY as well, and I show you that the DXY broke resistance. It wasn't looking good. So like by the time you wake up, 6, 7 Eastern time, or if you're in California and you wake up, you know, this is 8 o'clock your time of the morning, I'm pumping out charts. I'm getting you ready. I mean, this is 2 in the morning your time, right? So by the time you wake at 5 a.m., you're ready. You're primed and proper for the market. You know what's going on. And that's what you get if you join my trading group. You get it daily, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, you name it, you know. So again, so we saw that head and shoulder. We called that dump to the downside, off by $70. So that was a quick short to start the day, right? Always move the stop loss to break even or into profit, and that would have been a profitable short to the downside, right? And I just trade patterns in the fact that we couldn't get above a resistance. You can even see this is a shoulder ahead and a bit of a shoulder there too. So on the right shoulder, you had a bit of a head and shoulder inside of the pattern. I've seen that many times. It's interesting. Okay, so now let's take a look at what I see happening for Bitcoin. Let me square away this. We don't need this anymore. We don't need these measured moves. It's played out. Like, we did it already, right? It happened. And this is how trading is, man. It comes and goes, and you're on to the next one. You know, it's not about what you did. It's about what you're about to do every single time when it comes to trading. It's just like life, baby. You don't get to eat yesterday's sandwich, man. It's time to make another meal. It's time to start another hustle every single day of your life. Live in your dreams. Create your own dreams. Live in your plan so you don't have someone else's plan, right? I was sick of being a part of someone else's plan, so I live in my own plans now. So look, I mean, you hit the same resistance point now. Look, bounce, 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 right? Resistance, resistance, resistance. 19,001. How many times have we been resisted by this point of control, right? If I bring back my VR, VP, and I just take out my moving averages for now, point of control right there, point of control right here, 19,182. And we got resistance. It's just crazy. And this is the main one I'm talking about right there that shows if you go local, right? The local one right here, 19,040 now. It's a little lower than it was before. Bulls must get back above this. You can only assume, and this is what's called a whipsaw pattern. This is when they get rid of the long liquidations and the short liquidation, the long liquidations and the short liquidations. This is going to be a Bookmap day. We're going to have to look at some liquidity. I'm also reaching into high block. High block will start becoming part of the show if they answer my call and do the right thing and they want to play ball. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to use some leverage and see where that leverage goes, right? So let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin. Suggests that we will get a beautiful reversal. And it also is showing you some nasty, nasty divergence, swing down to swing down. If we look at our RSI, let's take a deep dive on that. That's an uptrend, clearly, right? And you can see, because look, you can tell, because if you take your dotted line, you put it right there, that one is lower than the other one, clear as day. But sometimes I do have to zoom into the RSI just to tell, because like it's almost, And so that's a swing down, that's a swing up. That is a bullish divergence. Tells me that we will have a high previous above 19,346. It's like a psychic chart. It's like chart whispering, really. That's what this is. It's chart whispering. And people that don't believe it, like they see it, but they're like, yeah, like whatever. Okay. But I mean, the more you see it, the more you got to believe in it. So the 1 hour time frame wants to push to the upside. The 4 hour time frame wants to push to the upside. The 22 hour is beat to the ground. The daily is ready. The 3 day could flip. The 4 day has momentum. I like what I'm seeing. All right. And I've extended myself. 2 week chart wants to move. Monthly chart says you're at a bottom, right? We have bullish divergence on the weekly that I keep talking about over and over again. We'll get into the big boy stuff. I do that every day. I might as well cover it every day until it either plays out or people see that it doesn't. But shout out to the 521 people on the live, 238 likes. Those likes aren't going to cut it, everybody. That's just not lifer status. I hang out with strong, bold people that do the right thing every time, that hook it up, that support people they love. If you love me, if you're in this channel, if you live in love, if you have the highest frequency in your veins, in your soul, then you got to hit that like button and keep it moving every single time I'm here on the live, man. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. And it makes me realize that we are moving forward. So please, if you may, take off your shoes when you come in the house, if you can. Respect is earned, baby. So look, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. Can we get the move past this resistance at 19,119? And how many times have I said this? Here we here, here we were here, here we were here. We got above it, we bounced. We got above it, we bounced. It's just, I honestly, in my lifetime, this is insane how much I've seen an area become a huge point of control. So, and at the end of the day, like I showed on Around the Blockchain last night, I mean, getting tighter and tighter in the range, right? So look, I can delete all my old work. We can rebuild it in 2 seconds. So check it out. We'll look at price action on Binance, right? And you can do whatever you want. You really don't have to go higher than this range, right? So you can say, okay, we're here on the range, right? At 20,000, 25K, right? And then you can say here we have another level at 22.8. So you can say once we get above 22.8, we'll likely go to 25. That will be a pretty quick, pretty good fly to the upside, right? So then you want to see your other regions of support or resistance. Here you got the 21.8s, remember on the 8s? And then you got 20,004, right? 20,005 area that was a problem. Then we come up here and you can see the area we couldn't get above was 19,900. And then your range bound lows, all right? And then the idea is we're in this. This is our high range. This is our low range. This is our mid range, all right? So there's like a mid range line, really at the point of control, all right? So now you can see what I see. Do you see what I see, right? Now you got this trend line forming that I can't argue with. I can't say it's not there. You could try to say that you broke out of it, see this, and you're riding the top. This is interesting, and I'm open-minded to both concepts. The reason why this makes sense to me is because if I touch this, I have to negate this one, and that's just rare. It's rare for me to do that. So then when I want to be true to the discipline of my chart analysis, I have to bring this down to that level. When I do that, it says that we're riding this top trend line, and we basically are riding a Fibonacci resistance spider line, and we technically haven't broken it. So like we could ride it down, 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 and it looks like price is going down, but we really haven't breached this. So at the same time, this is interesting. All right, and this is a concept I really haven't brought out yet because my mind changes as I'm doing these things. Like I haven't even thought about this until now. So that's just a general idea. All right. What we can also do is say, you know what, that's negated. Like that's not part of the pattern anymore. We have a whole new channel forming, and this is what we got brewing. And you'd be like, well, Lifer, which one is it? And how can I play if I don't know? Well, what I do is I keep both in my mind, and as one makes more sense, I begin to erase the other one. But I'm always kind of, and that's not easy to do, to get your mind so fluid that you're not stuck in one spot. Like you can't be, you can't be one thing. You got to be fluid. And, totalitarian governments, they don't want a fluid mind. So they use subconscious programming to try to box you in mentally. That's why so many people do so many of the same things. How come so many people aren't YouTubers, just doing whatever they want? It seems like everybody's a YouTuber. But go outside and look around in the neighborhood, right? In my whole school, of my daughter, of all the people there, I might be the only professional YouTuber in the school, right? In the town. There might be another one, I'm not guaranteeing it, who knows, but it's rare. It's a rarity. And so that means it's rare to go after your dreams. It's rare to be the one to want to go after it all. And you want to be that one because when you do that, you spawn other people to do that. And as we grow in this earth, we need as many, chiefs as we can have, many bosses, as many people that want to push everyone else to their best limit, to their highest priority, to their high, you can do this, like putting basically to their life to the highest, making their greatness their priority, right? Becoming great, like doing the best you can for yourself, for everyone around you. And, look at your schedule. Could you get more out of the day? You probably could. Could more come your way? It probably can. Don't get complacent. You know what I mean? I can't get complacent at all. The second I get complacent, it's over. It's all about the next move, the next idea, the next plan, the next thought, the next entry move, and this is millionaire mindset, right? This is how to have a millionaire mindset. So look at this. I mean, this is a beautiful falling wedge that could break to the upside. So this is what we got going. So this is where I stand now. I've recreated Bitcoin. And now that I've cleared my mind, I'm out of the minutia of what I've seen before. I can see things clearly. And look, now, right, I see like pretty strong support here where we're at. And that's interesting. A bit of a triple bottom, no? Right? And, kind of a half a cuppy handy there. So, and the 1 hour is pointing to the upside with momentum. So is the 4 hour about to flip. It's the 15-minute that we're going to have to deal with. And we're at the top of the pattern, which ain't bad. So this is hopefully the dollar index just doing one more stint, right? And so what I believe is going to happen here is we're going to move to the downside on this 15-minute. But just like hopefully stay here and then start to move. And then that 1 hour looks like we can get a move. And so does the 4 hour. And what I see happening is at least getting to the top of the pattern. And, so I see a move here from here to here. Pretty simple. What I would like is a breakout, a retest, and then a bounce. And I want to get a daily candle to close above 19,800. If we can't get a daily candle to close above 19,800 and we get to this zone and we make a bit of an M or a head and shoulder, I'm going to short it back down to this level. All right. So I'm already planning my short later on, but we're going to watch this price action. So you might want to, take a screenshot of this, rechart it yourself, and then I would actually print it out and then right underneath it, if we can't close above 19,008 short, and then draw like an M pattern or a possible head and shoulder, and then pin that to a calendar. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but like, you're not going to remember what I'm saying. I'm going to do other analysis tomorrow. Things that go up and down, they change. But this general strategy may be open for a few days, and I want you to have it imprinted, and I want you to remember what I'm telling you. So pay attention, all right? And remember, because trading is figuring out your position and then focusing on it for a lump, days at a time till it either plays out or it doesn't. That's trading in a nutshell. A lot of people don't talk about that idea, right? So I see the 15-minute getting rejected. I would love if we stay inside of this pennant. It looks like the area is right there, the apex of where this falling wedge would lead, and this bottom trend line would hold support. So, and again, we must, and I said this every day, get back above the point of control. I do see movement on the 1 hour, but anything could happen with the craziness of the day. And it's low liquidity Friday. I wouldn't be surprised if we were at like 19,100 by 4 o'clock today, and we just went absolutely sideways. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. I don't really think I need to talk about it much more. It's pretty clear. We've gone over the dollar index. We've gone over Bitcoin. One other thing I want to show you is just my big boy idea that I go over every day now that I just have to make clear, because how many people have never seen me on the live before? Are there any newcomers here on the live stream that we've never seen? How many people are on the live that have never been with the lifer? How many people have never been with the lifer? Lemon Water, God bless you. God bless you, man. That's awesome. And we will look at labs. Don't worry. We're going to get to the super chats in a second. Usually on a Friday, we're going to take a look at Bookmap too. Boom, boom, boom. What a beautiful... And how's everybody doing on this beautiful Friday? How's your mother? How's your father? How's your daughters? How's your sons? How's your brothers and sisters? Your cousins, your nieces, your nephews? Hope everybody's doing well. Your extended family, your relative family. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, blessed day. And if you did have, anything going on, and you know what? Moment of silence. Moment of silence for the people in Florida. You know what? I just watched the videos. I'm a big fan of Danny Duncan. I would start a YouTube channel right when he started one. And again, had I stayed with my channel, who knows where I'd be now. And everyone I watched that stayed with something, that kept moving, look what happened to them. Luckily, I found Bitcoin and things changed for me too as well. But you know what? I was on a course for bigger things when I was in my 20s, and I knew what I should have accomplished. So I'm still kicking myself to this day. But you can't think about the past. All you can do is look back and learn from it and use it. So now what I do is I push people that I see that are procrastinating like I was in their 20s or in their mid-30s and say, hey, man, it's time for you to grind. So what I can do is I can save people from wasting the time that I did. That's another reason why I'm here. That's a main reason I believe that I do what I do. It's like God's work. Like I want you to realize that you have it in you to do anything you want in any moment. And every day you waste living in someone else's world is another day that you could be living in your own, right? But moment of silence to everyone in Florida going through it. Moment of silence to everybody in Florida going through it. Sadness, Still tons of people losing their homes completely. Like just looking at the devastation, it's pure insanity. It's sad. It like when you really look at it, it hits you hard, right? So we look at the weekly chart, and I keep talking about weekly bullish divergence, which you just never see. It's so rare. It's like a snow owl on your in front of your bedroom window in the morning, right? You're just not going to see it. It's just so rare. And here we are again with this weekly bullish divergence, and again, it could get negated. It doesn't mean everything, right? Anything is possible, but you never see it. It's happened only back here so clean in 2015. I found it, a little bit right there. Cause this is like a swing down. See, it's like flat and it swings up here. And then again, the only place you even see it somewhat resembling it was the bottom. Sorry, I don't know what that was doing that for, like coming up right on top where I was. And then if I keep looking at the weekly, I can't even really identify it. Any other real place. Like it's very rare, my friends. It's very, very rare. So it has to be heated. All right. I also have this weird anomaly, right? that I look at here when Bitcoin was about to tank and it was really high on the weekly. So it looked a lot like this. And everyone would be like, I mean, that's overbought. That's going to dump on you, right? I mean, again, it was an anomalous stage and it was very high on the RSI. I mean, most people would sell that, right? That $34,000 Bitcoin, like to hold into that, you'd be insane. I mean, I did, but you'd have to believe in Bitcoin. Like, so, and if we look at what happened here though, the Stokes would dump, right? We'd have a little struggle, but for the most part, the rally would continue, all right? Now, you would get a bearish divergence, but the rally would continue, all right? They did update that. That tool works differently than it used to now. I like it. It's a little more inset into the parameters of the interface. I like that. So, one thing is this. Now, when we look at it too, look where we are on the stochastics again. Like, we're very high on the weekly, but that doesn't mean we can't pump and break above this resistance. And I show everyone too. I teach trend analysis all the time on my on my trading school, and I talk about it every day, and I go over it on my weekly course every single Tuesday. And if you take a look at this, look, you're always looking for the high, the lower low, the higher low, the higher high, and then look a lower low. So if we were to flip this upside down and look at this, we're just in, and we were say this was like 25K, right? And we were making these lower lows. And eventually we found a bullish divergence and we're like, all right, well, Bitcoin's going to pump. It's like Bitcoin just has to get back above this previous high to remain bullish, or even this high. And once it gets above that high, that's the first time it makes a previous low, which is the end of an uptrend, if you understand this, because every other low was higher than the low. This is a lower low. So what I do is I look at Bitcoin and I flip it upside down and I look at it like it's in an uptrend. And so if Bitcoin makes a higher high, then we're done, right? Then it's going to make a higher low, and it's going to continue in some type of trend. But, and you look at it too, and you see, I mean, it looks somewhat bullish, right? And looking at things upside down is really my key to success. And I teach a lot of my students this all the time. And if you watch my channel, you're going to understand this. And Alt-I is upside down because it also changes the bias. Like, how many times have you traded this bullish? You're like, well, a lot. And you're like, so are you bullish on this? And you're like, oh, give me, it looks pretty good. Then you flip it upside down and you're like, but that's Bitcoin upside down. And you're like, ugh. But the 22-hour doesn't coincide with that yet. So you're like, okay. You know? So when you flip it back upside down, you're like, all we need to do is make one lower low. And we're in there. So if we can break, so it's like we just need to make a high above 24,000. Like, we've set the precedent now. And then we can make a lower low, a higher low, and a higher high. And like, that can be the exact catalyst, just like this was, when we eventually broke the previous high this year. And it looks the same way. On your way up, you make your lower low. So on our way up, we want to make the lower low. So I figure if we do that, that will solidify the fact that we did bottom at this level. All right. So I just gave you some special sauce. I don't know if it went over your head. How many people understand what I just said? How many people just went right over your head and you were like, whoa, 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 whoa. How many people were absolutely amazed and they loved it? And if you liked it, you got to hit that like button. Like, I'm a freak of nature here with the charts. 317 people on the live stream, 578 concurrent viewers. Let's get it going. I spent my entire life in these charts, it feels like. And for the last 15 of my 39 years, which is a long time, I've been looking at these charts all the time. And you see me every single day here getting it in. Shout out to the 330 people on the likes. Love y'all. Can you look at complex head and shoulder Bitcoin daily? I mean, it's right here. Yeah. And it can be a complex head and shoulder for sure. I'm with that idea. Yeah, for sure. And that's going to dump you to the downside. I'm with that. Yeah. Measured move to about 10K, right? As you can see, I'm not a moon boy. I bought a Bitcoin at 19,000, but I'm okay if it goes down. I'm okay to take a $10,000 hit down to 10K. It's okay. I'm about stacking Bitcoin. I got Satoshis that I can use to trade BTC pairs. That's all I care about. And then I'm going to stack BTC pairs against the move. It's all that matters to me. Nothing else matters, right? So I just wanted to show you my macro ideas for Bitcoin, which I think we covered, and that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell, all right? One thing that we haven't looked at in a while, which we should be looking at a little more, is Total 3, right? I've been getting away from Total 3 because the alts just haven't been as exciting, right? It's just been more low cap gems on KuCoin that have been the word of the day, right? So let's take a look at where we were before and what I was talking about when I was last looking at this chart, which was almost every day. So if we zoom into the 4-hour time frame, I was suggesting that, you know, we must get back above this $400 billion level. And you can see it was resistance. You can see why I called it a big resistance. Lo and behold, we got rejected by it and we would fall down. And then I said that we can't break below 362. That would be a horrible move because you could see it was, you know, a bounce there and it would probably be a bounce to this lower trend line. Funny, I have my yellow line drawn there at 341 and we would bounce off of it twice now. And why? Because that's just the previous lower area. That doesn't make me a genius. It just makes me a guy that knows his technical analysis. So when we zoom out here and we take a look at total 3, the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency, let's all without Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are all of the altcoins. Are we making a standstill here? I mean, just similar to this, look at this falling wedge. How did this falling wedge end? It ended with a double bottom, right? And so can this falling wedge end the same way, in my humble opinion, you know, with the double bottom? Can we begin to solidify this area and get a bounce? And that's the question. I mean, look at the 4-day. It's about to make a move. And what's interesting enough is, do we have the divergence? We slightly, yeah, I mean, we kind of do. I mean, that is a swing down at the end of the day. You could even, yeah. And that is a swing up. I mean, that's bullish divergence on the 3-day chart for total. When's the last time total had bullish divergence on the 3-day chart? Even close was right here. Sorry. Get it back online, Bobby. Get it back online. When's the last time we even had anything close was right here. Right back in formation, right? Swing down, and this was like, you know, doesn't match. So we had a bounce to the upside hard body. And so we're looking at this again, total 3, all right? I think almost everyone in the crypto has some form of a squirrel. Hi, handsome, how are you? Wow, that's amazing. Question, when you give your Tuesday class, if I post it as a saved video, can I come back to the class and rewatch? Yeah, we'll send you the copy of the video. We record the actual course that day, and we send you a copy of the video. All right. Internet stinks in Brazil. Haven't been able to do anything the past few days. That's crazy, man. What Barrow Jane game should we be watching? That's an interesting thing. I'm going to make a whole video about that coming up. So stay tuned for that. We're getting into Polkadot and Parachains. That's my next new video. I'm going to be shooting that today in the studio. So I'm going to be busy shooting in the studio, getting some things done. I'm excited. So that's the plan. I want to know about Chili's target price. Thank you, CHZ. Awesome. Thanks. We'll take a look at Chili's. Send it a super chat, though. Do the right thing and support the channel. All right. I work 7 days a week till my hand hurts on the charts. So look, let's take a look here. We've gone over Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell, right? And you can see the ideas that we have, you know, we're at a precipice and a big move is really going horribly down or horribly up. Like, it's crazy. And we're getting very close to the answer very soon. And honestly, we may capitulate down in 6 weeks in November to 10K and get the bounce exactly as supposed to, as some people have claimed. And we may have the bottom. This bullish divergence is telling me that we have a bottom, but you never know. I'm just a strong divergence guy, and it's strong. Like, it's even right there on the daily. It's a strong divergence carrying through. So it's saying that there's a huge move. We're about to go bling and break above this previous high. And once that happens, we have a new trend set. And you'd be surprised, man. It could change the whole shape of this market. All right. Let's take a look at our baby Casper, which pumped to the upside here. All right. The bigger flag pumped, and then I put it in another flag, and it would bang to the upside, making lines all over the place here. Hold on. So go to the 15. So this is something that I looked at recently. Either was on the screen share, right, last night. Weekly screen share was last night. What an amazing time. And Casper in a beautiful flag here, and it would hit the target and more. Went up a total of like 13%, right? And there you have it. I mean, bang, bang, bang. Casper to the upside, and it's actually continuing. It's a coin we've been looking at for a while. This falling wedge did break to the upside. 42% gains possibly coming. Then we found the smaller wedge and played that as well. And you can see how it's the same system, same scenario, whether it's small or big. That's the same wedge as the wedge we're looking at now. So shout out to anyone that traded Casper We nailed Casper for gains. I saw people in the trading group saying they hit Casper for gains. I was like, man, this trading group is always on point. We know what coins. And you get back, well, how? How do you trade gains when the whole market stinks? People say that, right? And you're like, well, I'll tell you how. I have a really good system that looks for the highest probability of a trade, right? Trades that have the highest probability of a breakout. And I put my system on the whole market. When the market sucks or it isn't that great, then the system only picks up so many coins. You get it? So it then makes it easier to trade because you can only trade the coins that you get. It's like, well, there's only 4 coins to trade. And Casper's been coming up as one of the coins to trade. So like, I can decipher the market pretty well with my system, and then I can find out where the money is based on the TA. Pretty simple stuff, honestly. It's simple once you get it. It takes time to get it. We looked at COM. I've been talking about COM for days. I put out in this falling wedge. It was a chart that I put out, and COM is up massively. So not amazing, but it's better than nothing. And then who could have forgotten my AXI 3S call that I put out right around here? This thing would continue up 79% gains. So, and this is all, you could learn this all in the trading group. You're like, why did he put it out? Why did I look at this? What was I going for when I looked at the AXI short? Posted on 10/18 at 10 o'clock at night. It was starting to break out in a falling wedge, and that thing just would continue to break out insanely, like insane. AXI short, right? SRK last night was in a flag, would pump up to the upside, would give it back with that Bitcoin move. We'll take a look at it in a second. I'm curious to see. XRP short was breaking out. This thing would continue up 18% gains, right? FCON was in this little flag. It would pump, get very close. Some people would get stopped out. Some people wouldn't. It would depend on where you were. And Happy had a huge move as it came and retested and blasted for 24% just in the last couple days. So things have been moving. And there's the beginning of the AXI short is up 33%, and they would continue to go up. Thing was unstoppable. So just things that we're looking at in the last couple days that have happened here on the channel, things that we're celebrating. And does Axie Infinity continue? That's the question. Does the dollar index continue? And like having a backup plan. Look, I mean, the 1 hour wants to pump back to the upside again. This is pretty absurd. To me, it's extended. You know what I mean? It's too extended at this point. But that's me, right? I don't know how you feel. You might feel differently. Starting to make a bit of a flag here on the 15-minute time frame. It's not perfect yet, but it's beginning something to look at on LTO. Cup and handle status here. Can we break on out? Get above the zone. Lido. LTOs was a hot coin back in the day, and it went up nicely on the low. No one really paid attention to it. It would just always seem to be the big mover in the space. So it has some like VC or some people into it. Something going on with LTO. I used to see it move crazily. Man, I've been having the time of my life in the bear group. So awesome, baby. In the bear group. I love you, man. In the Lifer Trading group I've been having the time of my life in the bear market with this group. So awesome, baby. I love you, man. Shout out to ACPR. Weekly screen share was awesome last night. Many thanks. We pumped follow last night. LOL, right? You're funny. Nailed it. Casper, oh yeah. Shout out to Timmy313. Timmy, we love you. I'm happy you got down. Yeah, so there's been not a lot of coins lately, right? Like right now, Quant may be the next thing to go again, right? Let's take a look at Quant. And I aim to guide you. I aim to teach you. Before you even give me a buck in my trading group, I aim to teach you for free here every day. And that's the key. Like someone the other day wanted to work with us, and they set up a meeting, and they're like, we want to help you grow. And we're like, okay, well, who have you helped grow? And they were like, well, someone, but like it's over now. We don't want to show you that. I'm like, well, you got to show us something. And they're like, well, and I was like, so am I a guinea pig? Have you ever done this before? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, then show me an example. And they're like, well, we don't have it. I'm like, so am I a guinea pig, and have you done this before? And that went back and forth, right? And then I eventually said, it's not a good fit, right? Like, and I say to them, I said, listen, I have a business, and I ask people, I sell a product, right? And I give a good amount of that product away for free before people pay for the rest of the product, because I said, you gotta show someone something. Like, you can't ask for money if you can't show anything. I said, so like, you're asking me to pay you to help me grow your channel, my channel, but like, you don't want to show me anything first? Like, you got to show me an example. So, it's funny in business. It's like the businessman that makes the most money is the guy who's willing to work for free first. That's the guy who makes the most money. The guy who's willing to work for free first. And I know most people are like, oh, that's bull. I don't work for free. Well, it's not working for free. It's creating incentive for later business, in my humble opinion. It's not free if you do it right, because eventually it should pay off, because you know how to situate your vibrational energy So at the time, you're just putting energy into something you know you'll get the energy back. It may not give monetary value at the present moment in time, but it can produce, and that's the key. So look, the 4-hour time frame is in this falling wedge. It did bounce up. You have some resistance to set and to look at here on the daily too. You broke out of that beautiful inverted head and shoulder to the upside, right? Cup and handle we also had going. I mean, we were all over quant at 87, right? So, and it's doing damage, and it has some good support zones. And it's in an uptrend. I mean, it is broken the downtrend for sure. Like if Bitcoin did this, it got above a previous high and all that. I mean, wow. So if I get rid of the wedge for now, I just want to look at price action. So, I mean, this is a key area of support because it's bounced, fell through, resistance, bounce. If it can hold this zone, I mean, that's called an SR flip. And the daily is showing signs that it may actually get a bit of a move. So we do draw the flag now, and we just concentrate on this idea. I look at the 3-day chart, little too spent for me. Telling me that we may have some move all the way back down at least to 129. So I'd be careful with the 3-day, specifically, with this kind of turning RSI and turning stochastic. I would be very careful with the 3-day chart for sure. Interesting quant. I was hoping it would look a little more crisp, juicy, right? I mean, it is an inverted head and shoulder, but to me, it already played out to the upside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can clearly see that. And you got the neckline to the head, and you hit it. I mean, and a lot of times you retest the necklines of these. I don't know why, but it just happens. I wouldn't be surprised if we came and bounced. And there's a high volume node here at 106. So I wouldn't be surprised if you did see it retrace. 3-day chart suggests that you will. I can make you money. I can post your logo on my semi. That's kind of cool. We could talk about that. It would be more. I would like if it was more like join the trading group, change your life. And like a picture of me, or watch the YouTube channel today. Like something like that would work. You know what I mean? We're running a campaign soon to just get the channel getting some views. So check it out. Send in your super chats for a TA deep dive. TA support the stream. Lifer gives his knowledge. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the Lifer family worldwide. Thank you for saying that. So he's saying quant's in the 1-hour inverse right here. That could give you a bit of a move to the upside. But quant's big, so that would be a very small percentage, right? And it's also, you have to remember, it's following Bitcoin very closely. And if the DXY gives us any trouble, we're not going to be able to accomplish our goals. Wow, you could get it. Can't believe you could still get almost 17% out of that, though. That's interesting. Almost 10. I mean, 10. Anything above 3 is good for me. Keeps the doctor away, right? So, wow. Almost a shoulder ahead and a shoulder there, too, though, which is interesting. You're out of resistance for quant. You might get a pump up on the 1 hour and then get rejected. Just not my cup of tea. Appreciate all you do. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Was the wife happier with your energy today? She was, right? I mean, my energy was great. I don't know where that came from. She also isn't feeling good today, so I think she was sick yesterday, so her energy was down. So I got to be forgiving when, you never know where someone's energy's at. And she threw some low frequency at me, but I guess it was, she wasn't feeling too good, in my humble opinion. And she's always on point, and she runs everything. She does everything, so let's all pray that she feels better. She's got like a sinus kind of like congestion right now. So she's lying down, taking it easy. Yeah. I could put it however you want. Well, email cryptolifers@gmail. My wife and team will take care of that. I'll forget everything you said and never get back to you. Just remember that all I do is track Bitcoin and look at the charts, and my team does everything else. So if you need something done in that nature, you got to email the team, cryptolifers@gmail. And they will take it to the next level if that's what you want to do. So CTC still on my radar. Remember this thing? Credit Union. Isn't that what it is there? Isn't that what it is over there? And it's still just tight in the channel. Hasn't lost the channel. Oh, a little bit of it did dip out. Low liquidity though. Can we like still scheme it in a little bit? Yeah, you could say it's still doing its thing. But it's getting close to the stops. Very oversold though. I'd be surprised. I mean, this thing's looking tight. But again, a lot of things have lost. I want to know about Chili's. Thank you, mate. Let's take a look at Chili's, man. I appreciate you for asking about CHZ, and then we'll also get into labs. Appreciate all the super chats coming in during the bearish times. $27.91 in super chats. You people are unbelievable. Whatever happened to Michael Pye? He used to throw $500 super chats at me. It was insane. Anyone ever remembers the infamous Michael Pye? Michael, are you out there, Michael? Are you out there, Michael? Are you out there? So Chili's in this giant cup and handle. Daily looks like it's going to blast. It has this support zone that it's been holding, which is interesting, right? And I keep harping about it. Why? Also, this idea here is in my head, shoulder, head, possible right shoulder. It is forming the idea of a giant inverted, right? Which could break to the upside. So something to think about. It's awesome. It's on the radar. CHZ. And it's in this falling wedge that could break to the upside with the oversold stochastics. MACD trying to turn falling volume with falling price also tells me that we are ready for a reversal. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. Do we bounce and double bottom? There's a chance. There's a chance, if Bitcoin dumps, like we come back down for a big double bottom. All right. So I'm open-minded at any given moment in time. All right. But the 3-day, my go-to chart looks absolutely beautiful. The last few coins I played on the 3-day have played out very lovely. So this looks nice. And I've put this out to the trading group. It's on everybody's watch list and radar. Shout out to, there's the 777 for your wife not feeling well. God bless. Feel better. Thank you, Sweaty Dave. Makes me think of a really sweaty person, though. Like in the gym, just sweating all over the place. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Shout out to Sweaty Dave, man. Appreciate you, Sweaty. Thank you for being here. So let's take a look. Right now, we're consolidating sideways here on the 1-hour time frame and likely to not get above this region. Very similar to Bitcoin right now. So resistance. So Chili's has to get back above this, that to remain bullish. Does it have a bullish divergence? It does. I mean, this is kind of a swing up. Well, this is a bit of a swing down. Okay. So it's interesting to me. Some type of action going on there. And do we have a significant support zone? I mean, it's okay. It's not huge. Could easily be broken. And we have a lot more support down here, in my humble opinion, and even down in this zone at 10 cents. It would be great if it fell to 10 cents because it would be even less risky. World Cup is supposed to pump these things, right? Everyone's going to get into the World Cup, freak out. They're going to find out about these NFT tokens that you could buy and all the different teams and Juventus fan token and all that. And CHZ is at the kind of center of all that. And so if you believe that the World Cup will be big, which it is, and it's going to be fun and awesome, which I do believe it will, CHZ is a good kind of back-end play on that idea. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. You got to do your own research on this stuff and kind of follow up on it on your own and do your own due diligence. All right. But that's just something that I'm looking at. CHZ could produce 168% gains or more. You never know. All right. Discord screen share, you could just share one window. It could work. Super chats, labs, and soul. He was just regular Dave till he got into crypto. That's funny. CHC3L on MEXC Global. Thank you for saying that. And shout out to anyone jumping into MEXC Global with me or wanting to get down with the Crypto Lifer giveaway. Crypto Lifer, I hate saying that word. Crypto Lifer $2,000, right? Which could be placed, 5 people, with 50 people do this, which is just deposit $500 and make 4 trades, really, which would end up giving you $2,000. Then 5 lucky people will receive a $200 campaign token, which would be pretty cool. So that'll be a blast. And there's only 26 days left, and one lucky person, if we get to 100, actually, no, this is activated with 50. They said it with 100. They have activated it with 50 now. So now we just need 50 people to do this, and we will end up giving away, someone will receive $1,000, right? You got to give away your love. You got to give away your love to the world. That's what you got to give away, right? 399 likes, 543 people on the live. Thank you for being here. We love you all. God bless each and every one of you for sharing your blessed time with me. So we had the rejection. The dollar did dump, and it's getting ready to dump even worse. So look what I see happening. The 4-hour got rejected. So look at this. Crazy morning, though. I mean, it gave me a heart attack. It was out of control. But look, we came up to the resistance, and now, I mean, the M still stands. The M still stands to the downside. And the 4-hour wants to get crushed, baby. Let's go, baby. Time to dump. Bitcoin's time to pump, baby. Looks like we may have some fun this weekend. And again, it's going to be a standstill, but it looks like we'll have some fun this weekend. You never know. I mean, but the dollar tanking. And I showed you that bearish divvy. It cannot break out of this ascending triangle. It cannot. It's a 50-50 shot. We need to see it break to the downside on this 4-hour time frame. This M pattern needs to play out for the dollar. For Bitcoin to survive, baby. For Bitcoin to survive. And that's the deal. That's the real deal, Holyfield, right? Can we recover is the question. How much do you like the bear markets? What is your favorite thing to do? 24 likes. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. I'll like you too. Love the bear market. Gives me time to accumulate. My favorite thing to do is learn the 99 Discord group to prepare for the bull market. Smart answer, Wilto. I like you. I like this kid. Nice job. Crypto Lifer. I just love to wait for my man Sam to come out on the live. Sip my amazing lemon water in front of the Ski Dubai and chill watching the charts. 19K seen for months. So let's just enjoy with my legend Sam the man. Life, love, and watch the gains, baby. I love this, man. Beautiful. Look at that. Classy. And he's in Dubai. Interesting. Is that the airport? Study time. I love this. Get my butt rocked and learn. Master my emotions. I actually made a spreadsheet and I'm up on all my trades from setting alerts. You're amazing. You're like an anomaly on the internet. God bless you. Look at that, dude. And you're getting retweeted for that one. I mean, someone already did retweet and like that. My team's on point. Greatest way to learn: to be patient, gain knowledge, and to make money. I love it. Buy cheap crypto. Thank you. Best time to learn, build, and stack coins while building the bag with smart trades. This is my first bear market. I'm blessed to be able to learn and trade in it. When the bull market comes, the lifers are going to be dangerous. I love it. This is my first one, and I like to learn how to trade from you and prepare for the bull. Yeah, buddy. I like what I'm hearing. This is great feedback. Sweaty Dave also coming back in the game. Sweaty Dave don't play. Chart 4 to 6 hours a day and backtest. Testing history to predict future. I really like to detail Bitcoin and find hourly support and resistance channels. Some of my charts look like an Etch-a-Sketch art. Hey, mine do too. That's what happens when you're deep diving, baby. Bear market is what breeds the winners, man. I got you. I love that. Just keeping my head up and staying positive. It's so funny, man. Shout out to constructiontrader.eth, my man. Radwell, learn. I love it. It's a good time to be accumulating bags and staking and farming. Accumulate. I've been off the farm and not too much farming for me, but, you know, hey, Duck. Why is Duck trending? We don't know. I don't want to find out. I don't go to deep dive as much as I want to. And guys, everyone, if you can if in the morning, I see you all helping me out with the likes here on the stream. No one sends to send this out. Retweet this. Send out my link, man, please. Help the morning link go out there and get people on the stream through Twitter. I need all my Twitter. If you're on Twitter, and if you don't have a Twitter, open a Twitter and retweet this. Every time you do an action on Twitter, you help our entire movement grow. And you help somebody else learn. So if you've learned and you've had a good time, help me organically grow through social media. We're one of the few channels that have never paid or done anything or joined an organization. We've done everything from the ground up, and it shows through our people and through the strength of our community. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you. Thank you. The greatest guy in the entire interweb. Thank you so much. Shout out to Robert Cox. Love you, brother. Hoping for a big DXY rejection. Pound that sucker to the ground. That's what I'm saying, David. That's what I'm saying. Yo, Lifer, why is Bitcoin still holding sideways even though the DXY is dumping? Hey, it doesn't do everything perfectly, man. I want to thank you for showing me the 7-minute chart. I don't think I would have thought of using it without you. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Can you look at Anchor USDTC? Thank you, and God bless. Let's look at Anchor USDT. Anchor Protocol on Binance and KuCoin, the places I would trade it. And so, look, I had an idea here, and it hasn't been stopped out yet. If you can believe it, I still haven't been stopped out on this idea. Crazy. I mean, it's over, though. It's it had a double bottom that's been negated. So, look, not all my trades go well. That trade didn't go well, right? I don't know what's happening lately. It's my AMD driver going black on me out of nowhere. That's kind of weird, right? Happened yesterday, the other day. Let me pull this over here and crazy as I show Chanalytics live. It's so funny, man. And it's been a tough month, honestly, for many channels. I'm a trader, so I just need that volatility, man. Up or down is cool. So we grow in the bear market, we grow in the bull market. Trading channels can grow no matter what because we're teaching something. It's just like we could be a bike channel, we could be a one-wheel channel, any one of that stuff. Like, we're just teaching you stuff. You know what I mean? Can you look at the ADA and the ADA 3L? Appreciate you. Thank you so much, CNC Ireland, for the 20 pound, man. Wow. Look at the moderator coming in with the 20 pound. After all his hard work, he still throws $20 down on the live. You're the man, dude. Fed pivot rumor. I believe there is going to be a Fed pivot. The whole world's screaming at them. The Japanese yen is down 30% of the dollar. Our imports are up so high we can't even survive. Like, they must stop doing what they're doing. They got to let inflation just do what it's going to do. Like, it's going to do whatever they do. They cannot continue to crunch money on us, making it tough. So look, Anchor could make a move here. It isn't a falling wedge. It's like triple bottomed in a way, double bottomed. It's oversold in the 4-hour time frame. The daily wants to make a move too. I mean, Anchor does want to bounce back to the upside. If the whole market moves back, Anchor will get a bit of a move. People will run back in. They will use it. So can it break out? I wouldn't take this trade. It's at the bottom of its barrel. I don't like trading that, but it is a possible double bottom. The daily does look pretty good. Your 3-day looks ready to go too as well. I mean, the 3-day gets me a little more enticed. I trust the 3-day more than almost any other chart, so the 3-day gets me a little more enticed, I'll tell you that. Let's take a look at Labs at the earlier super chat from the beginning of the live. Thank you for asking about Labs. Last I heard about Labs, it was all the way down in the dumps, right? I mean, when my mind thinks of Labs, I think of a chart that's just all the way in the dumps, right? I like the project. Okay, so yeah. Very low. I had it in this kind of cup and handle. 3-day chart was pushing down. Let's take a look at the daily. So I had thrown it in this falling wedge and drawn a Fibonacci on it, right? It's back down to we can just readjust the wedge now. And it seems it's at the 786 retracement. It's a very ideal place. You're not buying the top, but you got to have patience. And this is getting milked on the daily time frame. Looks like it's only a matter of time until it gets a bit of a move here. Labs. Again, you're playing a little Russian roulette. And it could take forever. You never know. And there could be, it's loss of liquidity. Do we come all the way down to the POC? There's a chance that we come down and tap this first at the 88.6 retracement. So it's not my trade per se right now for whatever reason. I think there's something else out there that may tickle my fancy. But, I mean, it does have some goodness going for it. Does it have a bullish divergence? It does have a strong bullish divergence here on the 3-hour time frame, which would transcend to probably the 4-hour. Yeah. Interesting. 4-hour bullish divergence tells me that this may be your bottom. Chance you get a move, at least to this resistance for Labs. So it's on the radar again. It has a lot of the bells and whistles that I do go for. Moving averages are tight, but I don't know. It's a little too risky for me at the moment. I can't explain. ADA, USDT, Cardano. So Cardano, strong bullish divergence in the 4-hour time frame. Nice reversal, cash hit on this reversal, right? That's the idea, okay? Like if it made it to the bottom of the channel, on this one, it's going to make it back up. So Cardano, however, it is struggling and it has resistance not too far away at about 41 cents. All right, as you can see that we've bounced off that area a few times. So the 4-hour says, okay, it's got some love going for it, right? I don't know what that is. We're going to have to get into that. That's never happened. My screen turned black, but happened in the last couple of days here and there. I don't know what it is. It's the AMD driver or something to do with who knows. Always something. Always something. I'll tell you that. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. All right, that looks good. So that is a bullish divergence. You don't see it on the 1-day anymore. It disappears. Very oversold in the daily. Like saying, hey, man, this thing is gonna move. Do you have bigger divergence, like 3-day divergence? You kind of do, don't you? I mean, look at that. So you have bullish divergence on the 3-day chart as well. Okay. Hero 4-day, 2M riding. I appreciate you, bro. We'll look at that. Thank you for Hero 4-hour. Appreciate you, Kyle. We'll take a look at that. Thank you for the 333. You're the man. May God bless you and yours. That's awesome that you would send a $3.33 super chat. May God bless you, Kyle. Kyle, I love you, man. You're always sending a lot of support my way. I see you, brother. I appreciate you. We will meet one day. I guarantee that. What's up with TRX? It's been holding strong while everything dumps. Interesting. I've forgotten about it completely, so hey, that's a good point. So the 4-hour time frame suggests you are at the bottom of the pattern, and you will get a bit of a bounce here to the upside. It's a bit of a gamble with the way Bitcoin's playing, but if the dollar index tends to dump, then the ADA play could get us up to the upside there. What are gains there? At least back to the top of the pattern, 29%. Possibly 100% gains out of ADA 3L. So let's take a look at ADA 3L now, and to look at it adjacent, or oh yeah, and you have to do ADA USDT dot 3L now. It's got a different way it's been written, right? So that ADA 3L trade, look, dump. It's actually the long that played out. Tiny stop loss though, 9.7%. You set things up too, and you say, well, I'll trade this if it goes that. I'll trade that if it goes this way. You can set up 2 trades. I do that all the time. So look, it's in the falling wedge. And if it breaks back up at least to even the first 2 resistance points, I mean, it's looking like a pretty big gainer. 338% to the point of control, 169. It's interesting, right? It's a gamble. It's basically at its bottom. I mean, it's been lower before, but, so you would play this card down. You play this. You basically buy. No, what I would do is I buy, knowing that if it starts to drop, I'd bail out, and I get in on the overall bigger idea of the bullish divergence. There is strong bullish divergence there. You got to trust the divergence. That you have to have guts of steel there to get into that. You got to really, really know what you're doing and really want that. If that's what you believe in, over time, you'll be able to buy into that. And if you see it play out like that one played out, then this one should play out. I mean, there's a 70% chance that will play out. So, shout out to the $63.50 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. DAI Protocol is killing the charts. What do you think about ADA long term? Is it a good long term hold in your opinion? I mean, you do whatever makes you happy. I hold Cardano long term. I think it is a good long term hold. I do personally, yes. In my experience, AMD drivers have been good or terrible. Had black screen bug a few times on my old AMD cards. Never had issues moving to NVIDIA. Loving my 3090. This guy hating on it. Your NVIDIA card's whack, bro. Watch what he does when I say this. I'm just messing with you, but I just want to start. Because you're super sensitive, man. Watch, bro. That NVIDIA card's whack, bro. So whack. My AMD drivers eat that thing a lot, man. Sin City misses you. Shout out to the $4.99 from Sin City Crypto. Hey, I'm coming on the live then. Let's get it going. I'll come back next week. Have me on Thursday. I think I'm doing Miss Teen on Wednesday. I'll have you on Thursday, baby. We can do Thursday. No, Thursdays, no. Proctane. Tuesday. We can do Tuesday. We can do Friday. Fridays are fun. I'd be on Friday. You know what? I'm supposed to shoot today. You guys, I could come on today, What are you guys doing today? Hey, it's Friday. I was on your show on a Friday. It only feels right to be on a Friday. You know what I mean? That Shoot Sharp Lifer, thank you so much, man. Hugo Boss, baby. $1,000. Bloomingdale's. I ain't playing. You know what I mean? You know what it is? It is. I like to wear the boss. It's the boss. You know what I mean? I don't got the... it's a 3-piece, too. I ain't wearing the vest, though. I ain't wearing the vest. You know what I mean? Sam Collins, someone sensitive, is hilarious. It's true, right? Chemistry, man. Are you gone? Did I lose him completely? Not hating on it. Haha, just share my experience. I love you, bro. The 99 is the place to be for constant updates or multiple coins. In addition to home market updates, it also has a place to share charts and ideas. The 99 Trading Group is where the gains are made, man. It really is. It's where people really learn and get down. Sensitive Sammy, that's what they call me. Because I don't get hated on every 5 seconds. This is so funny. Like, I'm learning how to be strong in this B celebrity life. I put out Formation 5. I talked about it, right? I went over it many times. It's holding gains of 16%. And we actually started when it was at the bottom of the channel here. So I put this out there. I showed you it. I went over it many times. It's the strongest coin right now in the game. And one of them. While the whole market kind of falls off, this thing is still holding gains of 16%. Formation 5. Remember love? Remember how much we love trading love? That love, baby. Give me that love, baby. Remember when we made tons of money on love when it was just like bling, bling, bling? Love, baby, love. Not happening today, though. I'm not going to lie. I was like about to do love. I was like, it didn't get my brain going. My brain's looking quickly for what I want to see. It just didn't give me what I wanted to see. Aptos, I did throw some money in this. Remember, $500. Where am I at right now? I'm down $29 in the Aptos buy. And I'm willing to lose the whole 500 or turn it into something. Like, do something, Aptos. So let's take a look at what we see happening for Aptos today. 15-minute had a time to shine, and it couldn't get back above the zone. Kind of. Is it a descending? I give it a bit of a bull flaggy. And it does have a point of control that it's riding. 7-minute, it wants to bounce. I like that. I mean, this thing could do some damage. It looks like it's only like a 30% gainer, though, right? When I did this last time, 29 was my mind. Yeah, 24. Not huge. I need a little more than that. Like, I want to triple up with the 500. So it's like, I'll make $100, you know. But it is a tiny coin. So that's not something I would hold for like a year and see what happens, you know. Buy it when it first comes out and see what happens. Z token on the radar. Z token on the radar. This is something that I am looking at. It's been hotter than most things. The flag is broken out. It's in another flag, right? The daily still has some, like it could flip. It's pointing down, but it could flip. You see, and it got very close to the 21. And see how it's kind of rounding here? So that's why, even though I don't like where it is, I'm like, all right. Same thing in the 22, kind of doing something. And the 4-hour could bend. So I'm watching these time frames, and I took them all into consideration with the support of resistance. We have some chop here that could hold it down too. A point of control that it's right on. So I'm just watching this closely. Z token. Z, and this is Z swap. I use this. What you do is you sell your coin to Z token, right? And then what you can do is you bridge the Z token from the BNB chain to the ETH chain. And next thing you know, Z shows up in your wallet. And then you can sell the Z token for ETH. And so you can bridge the Z token across the Binance Smart Chain and the Ethereum blockchain. I did it live. Zero swap. Watch. I did it on the zero swap on Crypto Lifestyle. Look at that, no max price for Bitcoin. That's amazing. Maybe if I put Crypto Lifer. I didn't even spell Crypto Lifestyle right. Look, zero swap right there. Yeah, zero. The best way to swap across chains from ERC to BEP20 and back. This is a year ago. This is how you know I'm an OG, man. You know? So when I show you the Z coin and you think you have no idea what I'm talking about. The USDC. So we're going to. There I am, right? My man. In July, having fun. Buy the Z token with the USDC. We're going to do that right away. We're going to swap. I actually teach you how to swap. I teach you how to do all sorts of things, too. This is an evergreen video because this will teach you how to use a decentralized exchange, which you could use all the time. So remember that, too. It's an awesome idea, right? Anyway. AAVE, I also see in this flag, 4-hour time frame looks pretty good for AAVE. Like it wants to make a bit of a move. I am a pro waiter in the making. Amazing, man. Hey, I waited for a little bit. I wasn't good at it, though. I couldn't hack it. What do you think about the SEC handing over the him and Foster Ripple? I mean, that's what we've been waiting on, right? We got to get Crypto Muser back on the show, man. That's what we've been talking about this whole time, right? That's the thing. That's what it's all about. And again, when you're looking for gains, you want to dig through the dumpsters, right? I mean, Axie 3L now, right? I mean, the Axie 3S was up for days on days, right? So, I'm not saying you don't ape in, all right? I just want to make that clear. But you do look at it, and you're like, well, I mean... And I see what he's saying. It's almost like if everything bounces and Bitcoin bounces and that dollar takes that drop, you're playing the odds here, right? You got slammed. This thing been slammed for days. It got sold off so hard. I mean, I figure it would have to bounce, right? Or go sideways. So you're playing a less risky idea, but it is high risk too at the same time because you don't know, all right? And there's leverage involved with the 3x long because even though it's not liquidation leverage, it can still hurt you, all right? GMT's been hot. Like, the short's been hot. That's another one that, like, may be ready for a long, right? You watch the short pump out of control. I mean, is the project dead, though? Isn't that funny how, like, it got so hyped up? It was, like, the coolest thing in the world, and then nobody wants a piece. It's, like, 47 cents. Shout out to Magnificano. And he says, please, Lifer, wish me happy birthday, XRP for the birthday. Shout out to Magnificano. Happy birthday, my man. May God bless you on your beautiful, blessed day, the day you came out naked as a baby. Hey, man, happy birthday, brother. And may everyone wish you a happy birthday here in the chat. Appreciate it. Where is everybody from? Let's get the chat going. Let's get it moving. Let's get the family aura going. Where is everybody from? Love from Phoenix. Shout out to Nick Giacaruso. Nick, man, you've been holding me down since day one, since I got your last name right, man. I love you, Nick. God bless you and yours, man. May you stay awesome. May you stay blessed. All right. A to 3L moving, baby. Interesting. Interesting. Getting a bit of a move there. Getting a bit of a move. Lifer. It is a turning point in crypto. And it is thoughts. I mean, I'm hoping his bill, Ben has a bill going. I'm hoping his bill will win. And I'm hoping we'll be able to defend the people. You know what I mean? They're going to try to put in some license where like only some big company can be the people that handle crypto and do things with crypto. And you're going to have to like follow a bunch of like some finance thing. And then all big guys in finance will be the only people that can handle crypto. And we'll all be like illegals or something. They can't do that. They won't do that. They can't take my passion from me. It's my passion. It's my life. They can't take it from me. It's mine. Like, I'll go wherever I have to go to continue to be the lifer. I promise everybody that. If I have to move my whole family, whatever I have to do. And I'm sure I'll be welcomed with open arms wherever I go. So, where are we from, everybody? Where are we from? Roll call where you're from. All right. Here we go. Ready? Your back garden. That's creepy. Massachusetts, baby. Marlin County, Wisconsin. Palestine forever, my man. Bush into Bush Run. What is that? I don't know what that means. The stars, baby. I love it. Chicago, Norway, Florida. I like that. UK, New York, baby. Nicaragua, Lithuania, Latvia, Florida, Chicago. Mass, man. Greasy for Mass, bro. Wicklow, TE, Nashville. Been on city, best city on earth, man. Switzerland. Happy birthday. Huntington Beach, California, baby. Albertaville, London. Arizona, Toronto, Tunisia, Birmingham, Slovenia, Singapore, Louisiana, Lake Arrow, California, straight to the sauce, Brick, New Jersey, Brick, baby, Brick. I know Brick. Mass originally was from Palm Beach, though. Mississippi, Internet. What do you like better, Palm Beach or Mass? Greece, a theater near you, Malaysia, Slovenia. Ooh, God's green earth, baby. Houston, Texas, California, San Diego, Shishi, Ohio, baby. Portugal, London, baby. Mars, Dubai. Your closet. That's so weird. Oh, my God. He's right there. Jesus. Ah! Not just joking. Alberta, Canada, BRE, West Palm, all the way. Glass City, Toledo. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. May you live a blessed life. May you go after every single one of your dreams. All right? And if I can help you along the way with TA, may you stay blessed. Nick, thank you so much for the love from Phoenix, baby. Louisiana. Wow, we got a lot of people. Philly, Rocky Mountains, Medellin, Colombia, man. All the way from Colombia, baby. Louisiana, baby. Shout out to the dirty, the Big Easy, baby. Houston, Texas, dirty Jersey, man. The dirty Jersey in the house. Jerusalem. My wife's trying to get me to move to Jersey. She's like, you'll love Montclair. I'm like, yeah, I'll pay all these taxes and I'll be back in New York City again. I don't want to be near New York City. I did 20 years. I did a bit in that city, you know? That's how it felt like. I love the city. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like to be able to be in nature every day, to take a deep breath, not have 100 ads bombarded down my throat every 5 seconds. Let my subconscious mind breathe. It's more about my brain than anything else. Lifer, I finished work in Italy. Now I look forward to gains. Man, you're awesome. Ratchet City, Louisiana, the Philippines, Spain, El Salvador. Wow, Boise, Liverpool, New Britain. The belly button. He's from the belly button. Did you wash your belly button today? That's going to be one of our shirts. Did you wash your belly button today? And it's going to point down. And it's going to be a t-shirt. And you're going to like walk around and people are going to be like, no one's going to get it. It's going to, did you wash your belly button today? Right? Maybe we'll have a clear area where your belly button shows on the shirt. It'll be so strange. Wouldn't that be weird? Ethiopia, London. Super chat, Solana, Hero 4 hour on the 200 MA and XRPZ. All right. And we'll take a look at the S&P futures for a bit of a gander. And it's all about getting back above 3,700. I talk about it all the time. It's so crucial. This is the falling wedge. This needs to break back up. So far, it is slightly, right? We got to push out. We need this to continue. We need to hold $3,700. We need to not get back inside this pattern. Just like Bitcoin, we don't want to break back inside of this falling wedge. We don't want to break back in here. We do that, then we could dump down. The whole situation changes. We stay above here, the whole situation can move, right? Zero Allegiance, my man, all the way. Remember, man, from the back of the day, man, when you used to... Much love to you in the Lifer community. Haven't been on in a bit, catching up to the life. Love that you're still holding it down since day one from over a year ago when I first started watching. Shout out to Zero Allegiance, my man. May God bless you and yours, man, for the $10 super chat. You're the best, dude. You made my day, bro. You really did. From Northern Macedonia, my man. Wisconsin. Crypto Lifer Group. I sleep there. My man, he lives in the Lifer Group. Puerto Rico, but now in Jersey. I just showered and I did indeed wash my belly button. Be careful how much you inspire people. The people trying to help keep us in boxes most definitely know about you. They're going to look for reasons. You're such a weirdo, man. You're such a strange dude. I mean, actually, I got to remove you, man, because you got bad auras. I like you. I know you believe in me, but I got to put you on timeout for that, man. You know what I mean? Don't ever use that word and me in the same sentence. God has got me. We were good. They already tried, and we came back stronger than ever, so you just gave me post-traumatic stress. You really did, though. Please don't use my name in that word. Okay, moving forward. Scallop did a nice bounce, trying to make a move back to the upside there. Scallop, Anakin was hot. It will come back again. And he got Hero on the 2-hour. Let's take a look at Hero. Or on the 200 moving average, I'm sorry here. So, yeah, I mean, it's about to bounce on the 200. The 4 hour's tight. It's in a channel. I like what I'm seeing here for Hero. And it's in a bit of a cup and handle, too. Sammy, cup and handle to the upside. You know, Marv, last time I saw a guy do that, it was 1975. I was eating a hot dog that was 2 feet long. They had 2 foots back then, not a foot long, a 2 foot long hot dog. No, seriously, it took 2.5 hands. My other buddy had to have it. It was 3 hands. Anyway, so I'm eating the hot dog, right? And I'm getting halfway through it. And, of course, it was snowing out. I never finished the story. That's the point, right? I used to finish the story, try to make something up. Now it's kind of just like, you get it. You know what I mean? No more meetings. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. Roddy, we need you in another meeting. You got to put on the naughty stat. Yeah. Bullish div on the RSI. I just don't like any negative energy at all. Even if the person thinks they're being vibey, it's just like, don't creep me out. Blackjack and craps, baby. James B. Just waiting for those lower time frames to reset and see where we end up in the pattern. Exactly. We're taking foot longs over here. Say what? Funny, man. You're living in Liferville. About to get back to the roots in Jersey. Love that. I got back to my roots, and my wife's trying to bring me to Jersey now. How funny is that? That you would say such a thing. I am your man. Put your glasses on, my man. I'm your man. Why, you can see me squinting? Is that what it is? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. SRK had a nice move. Gave it all back, but it did have a nice move to the upside. We talked about it yesterday in the live. Latentry. Still sitting pretty here on the 4-hour time frame. Latentry on my radar. One of the hotter coins. Bit of a double bottom here for Latent. Right? For lit, baby, lit. Lit, baby, lit. Get lit. And it's oversold in the 4-hour time frame. Very oversold in the daily. Right? Retracing. 1 hour should have given us a little more of a push it, but we're not getting the volume. So I'd be careful trading anything this weekend in low liquidity on a Friday. Okay? Take it easy. Do not overtrade. We're going to wait for confirmation of bigger moves, and then we can make our move, right? The time will come to get paid. We don't want to force it. The time will come to get paid. Look at Pawn was in a tight channel. Dumb. A lot of setups don't play out in a bear market. You got to look. It's even harder to find money. It's not as easy, all right? But it makes you a soldier. It makes you hardcore. It makes you like, because then when it comes to a bull market, you're gonna find everything in the, you're like, I like this, I like that. It's like, it's gonna be so simple, you know? We comb the market for gains, and somehow we find them every single day. I don't know how we do it, but we do. The hot dog gets bigger every time he tells the story. Next time, it'll be 3 feet long. Exactly. Going to Texas or Tennessee. Holy moly. A 2-footer over there. Get him, Tony. Take care of him, Jimmy. You're funny, man. I see a flag at resistance. Level on comb. But 1 hour is looking good. Weekly starts in 20 minutes. My man. We can split it. That's funny. That's crazy. Just the visual there has me thinking of The Lady and the Tramp, the movie, right? Which I don't know why they say that, but right. So again, look, MMW rising wedges break to the downside, right? Daily candles overbought. Time to take profits when the daily candle gets high. Stochastics get away, and when you get really far away from the 21-day moving average, see this gap here? Yes, you had a golden cross. Yes, it's looking great. So the idea is this will consolidate again and find a flag, and we're going to be ready for its next move to the upside. This thing is hot. It's established an uptrend so far from its bottom, and it's trying to move. It has a resistance that it needs to break back above, and it gets back above that resistance. This thing can really move. So Morpheus Network on my radar. I absolutely love the project. Been watching it very, very closely. It garnered us a beautiful gain of over 100% in the last 5 or 6 days. It's been amazing. Okay. I like Sierra and Laura. No one got BAN. He got put on timeout. That's a completely different thing. Putting someone on timeout is different. I don't even like using the word. Like, you're using the word now, and I'm about to do it to you. It's so crazy. Like, I don't like this word. This word right here. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to, if I see it, I'm going to put you in timeout. All right? I didn't do it, but I want to. Okay? Run it to Jersey, man. Great time a year, but got to be lit. A little cold. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Funny, ERG was the hotness, gave it all back. It's funny, everyone sold off all their coins. Like, no one wanted to trust this market. So once they got gains, they took them. And that's what I tell my students too in a bear market. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I take my gains faster than fast. I mean, look at this Cat Cambria. Beautiful coin that we tracked for days. It went up a little bit. It got a 9, and then it gave it back again. So Box pumped out of that little flag. And it broke out of the cup and handle. Look, it did hit the measured move. It's crazy how the cup and handle is almost never fails, even when the market's not great. I'm so excited that I can't keep my shirt on. That was a great video. Had to see how far you've come, brother. You're an inspiration. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, you watched the first video I ever put on? It's crazy, man. Sick of looking at some charts with all the green candles, yet price action is going down. Used to the bots micro orders controlling pricing. At work, but still had to jump in here long enough to hit that like button. Thank you. My man Straxus. How do you guys know that dude? Hey, man, I'm just looking out for you. Don't want to see anything unspoken happen to you. I love your streams. You're the greatest, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Then don't say those things, man. Get them out of here. You don't put things into your reality. I'm serious. You will attract things into your life. Do not attract things you don't want in your life. Attract goodness, attract blessings, attract movement, attract abundance. Don't attract something bad. Don't even think it. Don't even mention it. I mean, I'm not saying don't think that you can't get hurt. Don't think you can't get robbed. Like, always know there's danger, but don't attract the danger. Don't think, don't attract, like, instead of thinking about danger, attract safety. You get what I mean? Attract the things that you need. Don't think about the things that could hurt you. Think about the things you need that could stop those things from hurting you. Like, attract the things that you want. I mean, I don't even like using the word want, but, all right. Solana's in a falling wedge. If Bitcoin pumps, Solana will pump. Could be a beautiful double bottom here for Solana. A lot of BAOZs to take a shot at Solana right now at 27. This was the low price to buy it last time too as well, though. Could be a shot for Solana. I track about, no. I don't even read that. I couldn't even read that. 99 is the place for the constant updates or multiple coins. In addition, whole market updates. It also is the place to share charts and ideas. The 99 Trading Group is where gains are made, man. Join my trading group. It is $99 a month. Every single day I post a chart. I'm work every day, 7 days a week, Christmas, you name it. You're going to get an update at night, an update in the morning, midday, anything you need. Every thought you have is like a Bloomberg. It's like a boomerang, and it comes back to you as an experience. So be careful what you think about. When you join the 99 Lifer Trading Group for the 99, you get to join the 99 Weekly Zoom private live screen share every Thursday. Thank you for saying that. Check out the links under the video right now to use, peeps. Thank you for saying that too. Super chats, XRP, YFI, and BAL. YFI? Really? Just like, really? Like, I don't want to go over that coin right now. It's so funny. I'm like, I'll check it out. So XRP looks like in the daily it's oversold and it's about to break out. I mean, you see that news came out And it's holding this precarious idea, this zone here. Like, it doesn't want to go any lower. Says it could make a huge bounce. It's interesting. 22-hour wants to rock. I like the 22-hour XRP. And we could almost put it in this too and say, hey, is it forming this? Like some type of flag here that wants to break out to a bigger idea. And is this the beginning of XRP's magnanimous move to the upside? It could be. You never know. Measured move would take XRP to 81 cents. That would be dang near 100% gainer almost for XRP. Extremely oversold. 3-day chart could continue down, but the daily and the 22-hour look good. The 4-hour looks good for a scalp. The 1-hour looks okay. Not a huge fan. Kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there. XRP, somewhat bullish. Not able to get back above 48. I would like to see XRP to get above 48. Use that as support, and then I would begin to rally it. But to me, it's got to get above 48 for me to believe in it. You know what I mean? It has some serious resistance that it needs to get back above. TWT's been hot. Trust Wallet starting to make a bit of a move, and you can see that it's forming a continuation pattern that may continue, may begin to continue. So this thing's been in an uptrend, continuing to go up. Considering it's a good product, people use it. The more people they get into Trust Wallet, they find incentives and ways for you to use the Trust Wallet token. So there you have it. A token is a token is built on basically a coin, right? So if you're talking about a token, you're not talking about a coin. Difference between a coin and a token is built on a coin, right? So just crazy things to think about in the game, right? AVAX is a hot coin I believe is worth DCAing into long term. All right. This thing is interesting. It pumped up 11%, really didn't do much after that, just went sideways. However, it's connected to the whole XRP, shenanigans. And if XRP pumps, XDC will also pump. It's in a flag, and I can see it getting some gains. XDC. I like the project. It looks hot, and it's been low risk for a while because it's been sitting here doing nothing in this area. Bit of a giant cup and handle for it and some huge resistance it's at, but I could see XDC doing some damage. Take a look at the 4-hour time frame. It's oversold, and so you're looking for this. Can we get the reversal? Can Bitcoin reverse everything? Even Polkadot fall into the downside to the bottom of the channel. That's what happens. You make this channel, you're at the top, you're likely to hit here to the bottom of the next level, right? ABBC coin has been on my radar. It's in a tight wedge. This thing likes to do its own thing. It's in the golden pocket 706 Fibonacci area. Very interesting to me. So definitely something I'm looking at. ABBC coin tends to pump against Bitcoin when the market doesn't do too well. This thing tends to do its own thing. I don't know why, for whatever reason. And it's holding pretty tight here. And it's got tight moving averages with the 200-day moving average moving through. Very oversold in the daily. Like, I tried to trade it there. It just bled slowly for days. Interesting. Only a matter of time till it gets a bit of a reversal to the upside. ABBC coin on the radar as well. All right. Let's get back into the chat one last time. Wool socks are the ish for hiking and camping. Won't use anything else. Cotton kills, as they say. Rodney, cut some burritos in your next video. I dare you. Curl some burritos in your next video. Noted, Emery. I appreciate your feedback. Okay. 36,500 subscribers and climbing. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not clicked the subscriber button, please click it and help the Lifer fam and the Lifer community. We would greatly appreciate it. Why would whales buy 4.5 billion in ETH right now? Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point. Send me a link to that. I'd like to find that. YFI. I mean, it's in a cup and handle about the blast. I guess now you're like, well, why did I? It's like, I think it was like YFFI. I was just, both of them are funny to me. It's at $7,500. It wants to make its way back up. When the bull market starts, this thing's going to get hefty again. People are going to get... It's crazy how quickly they'll all jump right back on the groove, right? And we'll be right back where we started. It is in a giant cup and handle. It's oversold in the daily and the 3-day chart. I mean, this is interesting. Very interesting. Possible that it bottomed. It's making its first higher low. If it holds that higher low, it's going to blast. So you're buying into the higher low. I mean, this takes BALZs. I like what I'm seeing here for this on the 3-day. This is on my radar. I actually post this. I like what I'm seeing here today. One of the few charts that I actually like today. The markets, so I'm not like, and again, I'm not a guy that's going to force ideas just because I want people to join my trading group. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to tell you what I see the market. Some days I tell my trading group, hey, trade light today. We're not, market doesn't look good. Like, it's just like surfing. Some days you cannot force the waves. You can't just, it's going to be exactly what I want it to be. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, And that's a 3-day oversold cup and handle. I mean, possibly making a higher low. Out of the downtrend, right? So it's key. That thing is key. YFI USDT. All right. One more super chat in there that I think I forgot. Let me see there. Balancer. Balancer actually was hot. Like, it was the only thing up like 2 or 3 days ago I saw on the green. Had a bit of a move there. 3-day chart also wants to make a move. It's like everything's in this. It's in the same chart. It's the exact same chart we just showed you for. It's Bitcoin in a nutshell too. I mean, can it make, although the difference between them all is it does have the higher low and it just broke out. So the 3-day chart just broke out for Balancer, saying that this thing could continue. It's going to have resistance, of course, here, but then it could fly. Balancer possibly going up 61% gains, and we shall see. Sorry, my hand slipped. My fingers slipped. Balancer. Again, I really like the 3-day chart. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these played out. We do need Bitcoin to play ball, and we have to get above resistances, but this is a breakout. I mean, that's a clean breakout. So now you go to smaller time frames, and you look for flags and things of that nature. Huge wick to the upside. That's a little shady, right? But Balancer does have a flag. Could see it continuing. I like the 3-day chart. Wait for the 1 hour to come on back down, but there's a chance Balancer could whip. Looking at more macro ideas recently, too. And we'll take a look at Bookmap, too. Bookmap in the description below. Use Bookmap to see the liquidity, all right? You have a better chance of seeing kind of what's happening on the order book, so you don't have to just trust all your indicators. You can also see what's actually happening in real time. So right here, you can see they're starting to stack some buy-ins at 19,001. They got a little bit of a buy here, but no one really wants to get down. There's no liquidity here. I mean, sells. There's only sells up here. It seems like we want to get back into the $19,000 region. No one's really fascinated with 18,008, 18,009. Every time we go there, we tend to dip back out of it pretty fast. Quite interesting, right? And again, you can feel the difference in the market. Like, Bitcoin's big, but there's going to be so much more than Bitcoin. And it's going to be sad for the maxis that love Bitcoin. And I'm one of them in a way. Like, I love Bitcoin. But as we grow, as this market changes, things will change, right? And like we're gonna realize that one coin couldn't be the entire ecosystem. There's going to be so many different ideas coming our way, right? So we are getting the bounce here off of the bullish divergence as expected. 1 hour is getting high, though, without much momentum. Like, it got up really fast, and it couldn't get above the resistance. You've heard all my stories before. You know what I'm saying. Bitcoin's got to get back above this circle here to remain bullish, right, off the bat. Seems to be kind of like, running out of gas and not able to get above the resistance. So it whips out again. I can see it coming right back down again. Just sideways behavior for Bitcoin. Sideways chop. Again, I've showed you the bigger ideas. I did buy a Bitcoin at 19,285. We could have chop for a couple more weeks, all right? That's what happens once you put in a bottom, you tend to chop around that area. The fact that we've chopped so much from here and haven't put in a lower low is a more bullish sign than a bearish one, and I will put that out. So watching Bitcoin, I believe it's the 4-hour time frame is my go-to time frame, and I believe we're going to get a bounce to the upside here, at least past this and to the measured move at 19,600. From there, we'll take it from there, but I believe the 4-hour time frame will push us to the upside based on the technical analysis. 68% chance this wedge breaks out. We've triple bottomed here on this level many times. We're at the edge of this area too. However, anything is possible, and we could dump further. I'll assess the 7 and the other time frames for my trading group throughout the afternoon. Right now, I do see a more bullish move. If I had to make a claim, a more bullish move for Bitcoin back to the top of this channel here, 19,300 area, and to this resistance at 19,600. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Do you take into consideration the effects the Europe and GDP have on the DXY when doing your analysis? Nah, I mean, show me the charts and I'll show you the news, man. Loving the big red candles on the DXY. ADA had a beautiful recovery so far. Let's take a look at that Cardano 3L. How bad did it move here? I keep forgetting that you can't do 3L. You have to do USDT.3. It's so annoying. And then even then, I'm forgetting the T.3L. Wow, what a mighty pump there. Woof. Look at that. 13% gains in, what, an hour on the channel? I mean, 2 hours? 4 hours now, but in the last 2 hours, 6. Look, that's crazy. And look, 909033. It's so weird. Anyway, we covered a lot today. I didn't see a lot of magic today for once, you know, little quiet market. We'll keep you updated. Gavin Woods stepping down. Really? Why would he do that? No. Really? From Polkadot? Polkadot founder Gavin Woods steps down from CEO role as blockchain's builder report, and will now helm Polkadot's key backer, Parity Technologies. I mean, that's a good sign. So Gavin Wood is taking on his CEO title Gavin Wood is shaking off his CEO title at Parity Technologies, the key backer supporting Polkadot ecosystems, according to Bloomberg. Wood, a longtime crypto developer who co-founded Polkadot after exiting the Ethereum Foundation in 2015, will remain a major shareholder in Parity Technologies, the report. His co-founder, Ben Schwarn, will become the new CEO. What happens is when you want to start a project and you want to get it off the ground, you don't believe anyone else can really handle it the way you want. So you become the CEO. Like right now, I'm the CEO, right, of CryptoLifer.com and all that, whatever. You know, the experience, the learning, you know, the university, and just the experience. I mean, the whole thing, the YouTube channel, the merchandise, and eventually, like, I might get too busy and like I won't be able to really manage the company the way or I'll see someone who's just a really good at managing. That's all they do. And I want to go in interviews. I want to start, you know, I want to grow the face of the brand, and I need to be places, and I'm going to hire a CEO. So it's not the worst thing in the world that he steps down as the CEO. I think it's actually a good sign that he's putting people in place to continue the movement, you know. Now, sometimes it can be a good sign, but if he's keeping his shares and he's staying around, and I think I think that's just, you know, there's a lot of FUD in these markets. There's a lot of people that just, they go off. They don't think logically. They just think, they read one thing and it has to be exactly what they thought. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. And it's just not the case. It's not the case, you know. Ripple finally gets access to the ex-SEC official Hinman documents. Bill Hinman's speech has been one of the most critical contentions around which the ongoing legal tussle between the SEC and Ripple has been resting. The former director of the regulatory body of Division of Corporate Finances made a speech in 2018 at the Yahoo Market Summit back then. He declared Ethereum's native token ETH not to be a security. Ripple clung to the speech for it indirectly affirmed that XRP like ETH ain't a security, for it exists in an open, decentralized, permissionless blockchain ledger. Ripple has been seeking the documents relating to the speech for a reasonably long time, but the SEC on its part had repeatedly opposed producing them for citing reasons like the breach of attorney-client privilege, blah, blah, blah. Nevertheless, the SEC opposed the judge's ruling and had respectfully requested permission to file a 30-page open briefing and a 10-page reply brief in support of why it does not want to comply with the disorder. However, past that legal court order, the Hinman documents have finally been turned over to Ripple. Just in, Hinman documents have been officially turned over to Ripple following a court order in case against the SEC. Ripple's fight was worth it. I can't believe it. 18 months and 6 court orders later, we finally have the Hinman documents, internal SEC emails, and drafts of his infamous 2018 speech. While they remain confidential for now, at the SEC's insistence, I can say that it was well worth the fight to get them. Shout out to Stuart Alderdy, man. Shout out to the team. The truth can only be hid for so long. I love it. Yep. John Deaton. Yep. Over 18 months and 16 court dates. Exactly. The SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosure and transparency and clarity. Don't believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior here will shock you. Brad Garlinghouse, bro, calling out the SEC. Oh my God, bro. Look what he just said. This is crazy. The SEC wants you to think that it cares about disclosure, transparency, and clarity. Do not believe them. When the truth eventually comes out, the shamefulness of their behavior here will shock you. I cannot believe he put that out. He has balls. Imagine being in a case with the SEC and putting that out on Twitter. He must know that he has them. I mean, that's crazy. That's, whoa. Brad Garlinghouse calling out the SEC. Like, it even scares me. I'm like, I don't want to tussle, man. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Celestia raises $55 million for new modular blockchain. Modular blockchains. Interesting. As opposed to monolithic blockchains are in theory highly scalable because of their segmented nature. Blockchain scaling startup Celestia has raised $55 million. And so they're going to be a modular blockchain as opposed to monolithic. Never even heard of this. They are made of specialized chains, which are then constrained and break the rigidity of monolithic chains into flexibility components, promising greater scale, security, and decentralization. Modular blockchains will redefine the next decade of Web3 innovation. And that's the thing. You guys don't even know the keyword could become a modular blockchain. And you see something with a modular blockchain, it could pump. I'll tell you, Aptos has pumped a little bit, about 4 or 5% in the last few hours. Aptos has been pumping a little bit. And shout out to anyone that jumped into MEXC Global. Remember, you still have 25 days to use the MEXC Global link. And I'll put that in the description. I usually have it in the pinned comment, which I should have had today. But again, I'm not, I just like to live in love, baby. If I can live in love, that's all that matters. You have to remember, this life is going to go by pretty fast. All right? Very, very fast. Shout out to the $99 in Super Chat. We got another big Super Chat that came in that I did not see. Gavin Wood stepping down. Is there a Super Chat I didn't cover yet? All clear. Thank you for saying that. Who is MEXC Global and where did they come from? It's a good question. It's a good question. It's a good question. I talked to the internal team. They seem pretty straightforward, which I like. And they're one of the most transparent people I've ever worked with. But again, who is KuCoin? Binance we know is CC, but so look at that dollar index, fat red candle dumping to the downside. As suggested, that's an M pattern, and there's an M right there. Dump easy. And Bitcoin starts to make a move. Let's take a look at Bitcoin breaking back up past 19,100 to the upside. Sorry, I don't want that shot. I don't want the KuCoin chat. I'll go back to that in a week, Sylvie. So look at that. Bitcoin spiking. Right as I said, it's likely to break out of the falling wedge to the upside based on the bullish divergence. And boom, there it goes. And it gets above the point of control. Both of them. But 19,143 is beautiful. And look at that spike to the upside. And again, we're seeing we still have huge resistance here and here. It doesn't mean much. You got to get above 19.4 and 19.5 and 19,360 and all that, right? So far, okay, you may make it to the top of the channel and then dump again. It's minutia, but it's better than nothing. We're not at 18.8, right? And Bitcoin's back at 19,200, right? Pretty close to my buy. Lifer, thanks for all you do for us. Will you please look at XTZ? We'll take a look at XTZ. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. May God bless you and yours. XTZ. What do I see? Let's go to the daily of the 3-day chart. Open it up. Delete all my old work. I haven't looked at it in months, so really doesn't matter. So it double top like everything else in the market. Okay? Double top told you to get out too, which is, if you didn't listen, but it is what it is. So look, 3-day charts beat to the ground. And again, we probably should see that same pattern. We're seeing the same pattern. That kind of cup with the handle at the end, right? Which forms it into this kind of like a bear pennant. People want to call it a falling wedge. I guess you falling wedge it. Breaks to the upside 68% of the time and oversold in the 3-day. Says that you will get a bounce back up. I can't believe it's $1.35 again. XTZ, man. What a coin, huh? And again, it's at the bottom of its barrel. It's either dumping for one more low or it's continuing up. 3-day looks good that it says it's not going to dump anymore. Daily is bending. See that little bend? That's a good sign. 4-hour chart suggests a push to the upside. So here, you're getting momentum. So if you're getting momentum, then you can just square away a resistance area and be like, all right, well, if we can get above resistance, it says that we had enough bullish momentum. So right now, XTZ's got to get above 140 to remain bullish and 143. If it doesn't, has some bullish divergence on it right now. Slight, not really though. It's not a big resistance. Not many people like this, and the hotter coins are going to move before it. Like Avalanche will move before this. Solana will move before this. No one really cares about this much. It doesn't get enough buzz, in my whole opinion, unless something big happens. Right? And look, we're getting a massive short squeeze for Bitcoin here, and this is why we love Bookmap. Bookmap. Use Bookmap in the description below. It will show you where the liquidity lies. And I showed you there was no liquidity down there, right? And I said it's likely we go to 19.2. Now we're headed into the 19,250, and we did liquidate those people. We liquidated them fast. $167,000 in shorts just got liquidated, even more than that. $24,000, $32,000, $291,000, damn near $500,000 just got shaken out of the market in 2 seconds. And that's what happens, man. Don't get liquidated, baby. Don't get liquidated. What an easy way to have someone else take your money, because that money goes somewhere. It doesn't go nowhere, right? That money goes somewhere. So what an easy way to get yourself liquidated, man, to lose your money. I like to buy my Bitcoin and hold it for a good amount of time. That's what I like to do. I like to actually hold my asset and actually have access to it instead of a futures voucher, right? So Bitcoin spiked to about 19,229. I did not see 300 as this man suggested on the live. Everyone, thank you for being here. I've done a Bitcoin update. I've gone over so many coins. I appreciate you all. DXY did take a break. Thank God it did dump, though, and we're going to watch it closely. It did breach the trend line. Now we're looking for bearish retest on the smaller time frames. Thank you so much for coming on in. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And remember, live in love. Do whatever you can to become the best version of yourself. It's not going to be easy. Some days are going to be tough. It's the 4 Ds. Have the desire to change your life. Have the dedication to do something every single day that you love. Have the discipline to do it even when you don't feel good, even when you may not physically feel good. And then have the determination to continue to do it over and over again and to achieve your goals. I'm going to 1 million subscribers. We're going to make $10 billion. We're going to change the world. We're going to give it all away. We're going to have a blast doing it. We're going to become known as the lifers. We're going to leave a legacy. And it's all going to start every single day. So everyone, thank you for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream. I'll see you in a little while. I am wearing pants. People want to know. I wear pants. All right. The pants look really good with the suit. All right. I look great. So, all right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream. And look, there's the 77 again. I told you it's creeping out every single day. 270.77. It's all the time. I don't know what it is. I never used to see it before, but now I see 77 every day. Everyone have a blast. I love you all. And yeah, you're amazing. And here we go with the outro.